Hey everyone, this is Pig for Life, and in today's Dragon Ball Z review, we'll be taking a look at Tamashii Buddies Super Saiyan Son Goku. So this is from the new Tamashii Nations Tamashii Buddies line, which is, if you don't know, a different take on the Tamashii Nations line, in that it is, as you can see, kind of a chibi version, or a slightly super deformed version of the Dragon Ball Z characters. And they're not posable, but they are pretty detailed. So it's something that's more, I think, along the lines of shelf display, like the Funko Pop toys. Though I think it's more in that kind of line for somebody who's collecting something like that. But let's go ahead and start with packaging review. And as you can see, even the packaging is kind of like those Funko packages, where you have that window on the top right hand and you get just information about the figure itself and a little bit of details about the company and the line itself. So this is Dragon Ball Z, obviously. But coming around to the right side, you'll see Super Saiyan Son Goku. You'll see him with his nice Super Saiyan mode on. I actually think it looks kind of more like Super Saiyan 2, but it's kind of a mix, I think. On the back, you can actually see the first wave, if you want to call it that, of the Tamashii Buddies line. So Goku's the first one, the second one being Vegeta, third being Piccolo, fourth being Trunks, and it also talks about the display feature, which is something that's, I think, pretty unique to this line, and that I like a lot. So you can see that each of these come with a display base and background that you can build, but it also comes with these two posts on the front, optional posts, that you can actually stack them together to create a kind of cube display, which is really, really cool. I actually like that, and I think it's ideal for collectors who always run out of shelf space, like myself. So coming around to this side, you get to actually see everything that's really included in this figure and how it's intended to be displayed. So you have Goku, the figure itself, the ground, and then the background display, and they're all pretty unique. The background is pretty unique for each figure. The top is just some more Tamashii Buddies logo and Super Saiyan Son Goku, and on the bottom just has some cautionary labels and warnings. So not for children under 3 years old. Alright, so I think that's it for the packaging review. Let's go ahead and get him out, and we can go ahead and start with the regular review. So once you get Goku open, this is what you get. You get a little bit of background card that's actually attached to this kind of sunburst design or energy burst design. You can just go ahead and open up this plastic piece here and slide out the background card, and we'll take a quick look at that. And you can see it's of the Dragon Ball Z Dragon Shenron. You can see part of them going up and down, and just some clouds, which you can probably just call Nimbus if you want, if you're an original Dragon Ball fan who appears a lot with Goku. And then on here, we have just this plastic kind of clamshell. You just open that up, and you get a bunch of different parts that just fell out. So you get this one black part here, which ends up being the top part of the display. And we'll show that off in a bit. And then you get 4 posts. They all are the same. So there's 4 black posts that do have a specific orientation. And then you have Goku himself. So Goku looks really nice. He is really detailed. He does have some of those proportions of like a chibi Goku. His head is obviously a lot bigger than it should be proportionally. Even his fists are a little bit bigger, but he definitely looks the part of Goku. So taking a look at him from all sides, sorry I don't have a rotating display, but he actually looks the part. He's in that kind of weird Dragon Ball pose where he's kind of hip thrusting out and his legs are all the way back here. But he's definitely looking the part of a Dragon Ball character. And I really like the ultra detail that you get with this figure. So bringing him up close, you can see especially the face looks really good. I think the face sculpt is even better than the original Tamashii Nations Son Goku, who I'll bring out in a little bit later. Maybe just because that first figure had a lot of weird lines and stuff, but this one actually looks really clean. I really like the head sculpt. The hair is this nice, rich yellow color. A lot of sculpted detail all the way around. And it's always been kind of interesting how they deal with the 3D version of the hair for these guys, but I really like the take. And you can see his outfit, his gi, is also very much in the same kind of color. It's a little bit more orange than I really thought, and definitely more orange than the Tamashii Nations Goku, but I still really like the colors. Okay. Really quick, like I said, it's not a posable figure, it is just for display. I kind of wish that at the very least you could unpeg this guy from the base, but he seems attached to the base. I wasn't able to figure out if you could just unpeg him, but I just don't think so. It's really securely fastened on there, so it's probably glued. I just brought in my Tamashii Nations Goku just to show you what the height comparison is, the difference. So this is a very small figure. It stands about 4 inches tall, and again, there are definitely distinct takes. So this one has a lot more detail on the hair here, and since it's static, it's a lot cleaner looking overall. I mean, you don't see obviously the joints or everything like that. So it's definitely for a different type of collector than this guy who is obviously supposed to be highly posable. So let's go ahead and get the base together. So these 4 posts are identical, and the way they work is you have a distinct bottom and top. So this one is the bottom with the peg along the outside, and how you position them is this way. So you have this angled side facing inward, and you can do that on either of these 4. You only need to do it on the back initially for the regular stage with just 1 character, but if you do have 4, you can put all 4 in, and as you can see at the bottom here, they actually have additional peg holes that would correspond. So these would actually peg in to the bottom like so, and then they would sit up like that. But for one figure, you only need the 2 on the back, and then once you have the 2 on the back, you bring your little card in and you insert it. So there are some grooves on each side, on the inside of each post. You just fit the card in like so. Then you take the one top piece and you just peg that in at the top, and then you have your completed stage or display, whatever you like to call it, and you're done. So my final thoughts on the Tamashii Buddies Son Goku. I really like their first attempt at a new line. It's definitely for a different type of collector than the ones that are approaching the SH Figure Arts line with the highly posable displays and accessories. This is obviously a static piece, has a very cool stage, and love the modular system that they're going for that maximizes your display shelf. So you can put these here, stack them on top of each other, and really show off the entire line. So I think it's really ideal for collectors who are kind of in the same line as those Funko Pop collectors. Want something that's relatively cheap, but still very cool, still encompasses the likeness of the characters that you love. And if you're a big Dragon Ball Z fan, I think this is probably something for you. Alright, if you want to add this guy to your collection as well as the rest of the line, which I'll be getting in probably next week, and I will do a review on each of those, you can go ahead and click on the Toy Dojo link in the description below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And as always, if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, go ahead and click on the subscribe button right around here, and you can keep up to date with all my video reviews and news. And as always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the review. If you would like me to cover anything else, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to that. Alright? Well, that's all for today, everyone. Have a good one.